Ding ding, breakfast is ready.
Gone. It is gone. Mid-conversation, where'd it go?
So, what's your plan?
Well, now that we're better equipped to go back out with some actual camping gear and supplies, I think we were heading back out, weren't we?
Don't go out there. You're not ready. You'll die.
Well, fine. What do we need to prepare then? Because we are going out. We need answers.
Do we seem a folk incapable of reason?
Do you really want me to answer that question?
I'll answer it for you, yes.
Go to the reliquary where Liam is. Give him this and tell him that you found it and that you want to become seekers.
You see that this person, something's not right about them. Something about their physique doesn't appear right. And as they sit up, you see that their height is very, very tall.
Why, hello.
Salutation.
How may I help you?
Hi guys, and welcome back to the Gate Chronicles, Season 1, Episode 6. I'm Snow, and I am your Game Master for today.
Oh, hi guys, I'm Quinn. I'm normally the GM of the Sword Art Online podcast, but here I'm but a measly player, and I play Charles Smoot.
Hi, I'm Finavir Veer, played by Jaden DiMaggio. You're listening to 95 Radio with Alan Taylor, played by Andrew DiMaggio.
Hi, I'm Zach. I'll be playing Alfred Kenneth Mest.
Breakfast, pancakes, tea was spilled, more specifically flour, but we did get answers out of Amali. Amali gave us a relic so that we could go to the reliquary, and then we met Liamoor, who sent us on a quest in order for us to become seeker initiates.
Good recap. So, you make your way from the marketplace, from the reliquary where Liamoor gave you your quest. You follow the well-worn dirt path towards these core receptors. Towards the south is where you said you were heading first. And although the location of which is still unknown to you, locals are walking around with nary care, but occasionally you catch a glimpse of someone surveying you, and wondering eyes just catch you off guard.
Can we make a perception check?
You may absolutely make a perception check.
14.
20.
Ooh, 1.
All right.
0.
4.
So, wow. It's pretty good,
Perception's
guys.
intelligence. 2.
Perception is
No.
wisdom.
Perception's wisdom.
Perception is wisdom.
I thought it was intelligence.
Nope.
Oh, I'm wrong.
All right. So, Smoot, as you're walking alongside with everyone, you keep catching these eyes of people, and you follow the trail of eyes, and a lot of them seem to be staring not only at yourselves and the strange clothing that you're wearing, but also the very large bag on Finavir's back. But all of you see many different villagers in here, but you also notice that there are some people who don't seem to be wearing the traditional garb of the Ashpi village. You see a larger man with fair skin, dark, well-kept hair, wearing a light blue sash with golden trim along with plate armor, large pauldrons, and a great sword at his side. And then next to him, conversing with him, is a younger woman with almond-toned skin and several scars that you can see prominent at the nape of her neck. She's wearing an earthy-toned half-plate armor and is carrying a long spear, but they are simply conversing to the side. You also see that there is another young woman just kind of minding her own business, but she has long brown hair and she's walking around. She has a very slight limp, but she's wearing a traditional Ashpi tribal clothing, and she walks up to these individuals and she starts to speak with them. You also see an older gentleman with very dark skin. He has a broken hoe that he's carrying in a basket, and he seems to be heading towards the marketplace.
And due to his abysmal perception, Alan Taylor is looking at a big fluffy cloud.
Alan Taylor's, looking around, but he sees just general stuff, but nothing really catches his eyes.
Taylor, can you walk in a straight line? At this rate, you're going to run into someone.
Huh?
Keep it focused. Aren't we trying to do something here?
Did any of them look like the Red Guard from the Play Enslavers? Yeah, Slay. You know what I'm saying.
Flame
The time-
Slayers.
the tavern, that location. You don't see anybody who is wearing any of the signature red garments that the Red Guard would wear.
Cool.
But as you guys continue to walk, following along this dirt path, the two who are wearing the armor actually turn and they start walking towards you guys, seemingly to follow along the path. But they stop in front of you and they say, hold for a moment, the older gentleman says. I'm sorry, I'm new in town and I'm trying to find the reliquary.
I don't know exactly where we're standing. It's like, see if you go north here, and I give him the directions. You should be able to find it quite easily.
Ah, I see. Thank you very much, good sir. Have a good day. And he continues to walk unless you do anything.
I'm good.
Okay.
Time-sensitive mission.
All right. So you make your way towards the south part of the village, leaving through the large walls that they have. You exit, and the blue hue of the barrier greets you, like glistening water in the shallows. And an electrical hum fills your ears as you approach the border right outside the village. And just as Liamoor said, you see an open field directly south of the village. You do see that there is some forest a little more southeasterly, but still, what is contained within the barrier appears to be a round sea of green and golden stalks, but you don't see anything else.
Is there any way for me to surmise from the information that we were given if I would guess that where we're supposed to take these is inside or outside the barrier?
Why don't you roll a knowledge arcana for me?
Okay.
What indeed?
That would be a 22.
All right. Your character, or Finavir, surmises that it would make sense if the barrier that would protect a village, the power source, would be within the barrier. So it must be somewhere on this side where Liamoor directed you.
Okay. Sounds good. Do I sense that we're trespassing? Like in someone's obvious field of corn or something, you said that there were something?
Yes, there is several crops. Some are positioned regularly, like in rows, like rectangular rows. But you also notice that there is one that seems to be almost like a ring of different crops. But
right.
One it's really tall and it's hard to see what's inside of it, but you do catch glimpses of green and gold. And it appears to be like there's an entrance on one side.
All right, can we investigate?
You may absolutely. So you can all roll perception checks if you would like to investigate the area.
I'd like to make it a point that I'm staying close to Kelsey, who is carrying the important cargo.
Okay.
18 on perception for Alan Taylor.
Smoot will be following behind Finavir as he is going towards this entrance with a 13 in his perception.
That is a lot of green.
8 in perception.
9.
Interestingly enough, you guys are looking around. You only see all these crops in these fields, Finavir and Alfred, as well as David, who is also just looking around, sticking close by Alfred. There's a lot of green around here. This is not my place. I like cities. I'd rather go back inside. The village, that is.
You're more than welcome to, but if this is what needs to be done to become a seeker.
I know. Kelsey is just trudging along, carrying the big basket, I guess. Was it a basket? Crate. It's like almost like
It was a box with a handle.
Yeah, the way I thought of it was it's kind of like a bottle carrier. You know how it has those partitions? That's how I imagined it.
Did
Did we ever wrap it with the cloth like I suggested?
Yeah.
Okay, so it is wrapped. Nice.
Yes, it's wrapped up.
I could have sworn I was holding it at the end of last episode. No. We intentionally pulled you away. It was a group effort.
From holding it initially, yes.
We didn't let you near it.
It was given to Kelsey in the end. It was given to Kelsey in the end. But Alan and Smoot, you both are kind of looking around, and for a moment, you catch a very strange sort of event that happens. You see this blue barrier kind of flicker, and for a moment, you seem to find your eyes drawn towards the center of the crops, where something shining catches your eyes, but for a brief moment, and fades out of view.
Hey, Smoot.
Yeah.
You see that?
Indeed.
You reckon there might be something in the middle of that crop circle?
I believe that's probably where the recharge station is. Blinking light means low on energy. Let's head that way.
Just like old computers, and I don't know.
Old computers. Whoa.
And I don't know.
I love it. All right. So
Nice to see that technology is consistent.
Smoot and Alan start making their way towards the circle of the crops. And you do see that there is essentially like I'm going to draw this for you, but like it's round and then there's like an entrance, almost like a little bit of a maze. There's 3 tiers to this, and the further in, are you going inside?
Or make sure everyone catches up first.
Okay. Are you going to direct their attention there?
Yeah. Everybody, I think this is where we need to bring the cores.
Okay, I got this. Hang on.
Does someone want to help the young girl?
I got it. It's fine. I got this. She's dragging it along. I need the workout anyway. Do you all follow along after them?
Yes, of course. If they say that they found something, we trudge off in that direction.
All right, perfect. So you funnel in through this narrow entrance into this crop, and you see that it's about 5 feet wide on the first tier. And you see that it gets a little bit lower on the next tier, and it's more of like a golden crop that's a little more familiar and reminiscent of wheat. But the green one reminds you of corn. And this next row is also about 5 feet wide, and you have to go around one edge to get to the next entrance. All of you roll a perception check for me really quick as you're going through.
Smoot's got a 15.
12. 16.
You all, as you get a little bit closer in, you notice that the barrier flickers again, and you see a more solid structure in the center, but it fades out of view again as you walk in. And you finally make it to the very center. It's a 20-foot wide circle at the very center, and it's surrounded by strange blue plants that seem to illuminate a little bit, like a light blue glowing color that are around it. And as you step into the center circle, you see a metallic object with glowing blue symbols on it, and it seems to be have like a radio tower kind of pole sticking out of the center of it, and there are blue sparks and like electrical currents that you can see traveling up and almost melding into the barrier above and feeding into the rest of the unit. At the very top of the base of this unit, there is a almost windowed compartment where you see a core inside that's flickering on and off.
Alrighty. Ghelfi, would you mind taking out the case?
Yep. So she places it down with a little bit of a thud, but you don't hear anything shatter. She places it down. Okay. Oh, my arm's a little tired. She starts to unravel it, but David looks up. So, how are we going to get that in there? I don't see a handle or anything.
Might be like a push to release kind of thing.
How far off the ground is it?
It's 10 feet.
10 feet. I go to pick up one of the cores out of what we have.
Okay. So as she's unraveling it, you reach over and she finishes.
I just enough to test its weight.
Okay. You reach into one of the compartments and you feel a solid glass structure, almost a little rectangular on top, and you grab hold of it and you start to pull. It feels relatively weighty.
So more or less than 5 pounds?
I would say more than 5 pounds.
More than 5 pounds.
Specifically 5 pounds and 1 ounce.
5 pounds and 1 ounce.
Just so it can't be mage-handed.
I don't even... Oh, I do have proper mage hand. That still doesn't work.
You need open, close, mage hand.
All the classics.
I'm gonna inspect the base of the structure for anything that would anything that looks like it would open it.
How tall is the structure?
So something similar in manner to like the battery compartment on a fire detector.
Okay.
This was probably
the entire structure looks to be about 60 feet tall with the pole in the center. The compartment holding the original core appears to be about 10 feet in the air at the base of it.
Okay.
So like right where the window starts.
I did not realize it was that high.
I'm sorry, I failed to describe that initially. It's very tall. It's like a radio tower with like waving in the wind.
I take a moment and I start studying the other party members.
How tall are you?
Oh, no, not tall. I'm like going around and feeling their arms.
And here before you even touch me, yes, me and Alan could probably lift one of us up.
Oh, I was just thinking that a bit of a climbing kit, maybe a motivation boost. One of you could just shimmy up there.
Pretty much. Master Kelsey, you're probably one of the lightest ones. Master, do you think you can figure this thing out? You're a man of science.
I mean, I could have a look at it.
I lift mess.
Also, you were looking for like a battery compartment, a button to press.
I never rolled a perception check for that.
Please do.
It's an 11.
You don't see any buttons or strange compartments around it. The only thing that you see are the blue and glow symbols on the base, which travel down the length of it on each of the outcroppings of this cylinder.
Oh, I never asked. Is the core that's up there, is it, does it look easily accessible? Is it just floating in midair with no protection?
It appears to be essentially encased in its own glass, like, ball, but with like a rectangular top, similar to the one that you have. Like, it slides in, like there's something that holds it there.
Okay, so imagine, like, if someone was there, you could probably take it out and put it back in with some sort of hatch that would reason to be there.
Yes, but you don't see any handles.
I see. Alrighty.
I lift Mest.
All right, Mest, you are lifted up on his, are you going under his legs and lifting him? Or are you picking him up? Okay, so he swan dives underneath of you. How comfortable is your character with what just happened?
What is going on? Why are you doing this?
I'm going to put you up there and you're going to science your way into getting that thing in there.
All right,
I say, hold on a moment. I quickly rush through my bag and I pull out a small stone.
All right.
I focus on it.
Okay.
Give it a light peck.
Okay, you kiss this. It's a bloody
And I walk
stone.
up and I touch each of them, casting resistance? Yes, resistance.
Okay. You each got a kiss. No, I'm kidding.
Which would give them +1 to saving throws out of game.
So, Benavir pulls a stone out of his bag, kisses it, and walks over to each of you and then touches you, like, on the nose, or...
I will target available skin if possible.
Okay, available skin. All right, well...
My ankles.
Alfred has been lifted up, so his ankles are exposed. And you get the hands on Alan, who is holding Alfred steadily there. Both of you just get awkwardly, like, touched after he kissed a stone. But you feel safe. There's a sensation of safety.
Right.
All right. Why don't you roll a knowledge engineering for me?
All right.
You should, I think you have that, correct?
It's not even listed on here.
That's fun.
I've got knowledge arcana and knowledge
If it's
nature.
not listed there, that's
Okay,
fine.
then you don't have it. I'm sorry. So
Wait,
I have knowledge engineering.
Good job, man.
Although I think his knowledge is more about tractors.
So unfortunately, as Mest is looking at this, he realizes there are mechanical parts to this, but at the same time, he decides to
I have absolutely no idea what's going on with this.
Poke it.
All right.
Okay, do you poke
Try
it?
not to break it.
I'm going to try to climb on top of it. Because I'm being lifted up. I'm assuming
Okay.
I'm expected to get up there somehow.
Okay, roll
It's
climb.
lifting you up so that
It's a
you're
pillar.
at the height. We were told that it was like 10 feet up, the thing that we're trying to get to. So I'm 5 foot tall, I'm almost 6 foot tall. You're probably at least 5 foot tall. So I've lifted you up onto my shoulders.
Wait,
so
is he sitting? Because if you went and
if
swan
he's
dove,
sitting, he's not going to
that's
be.
right. He would be sitting.
you'd have to
Let's-
get him standing.
Stand up on my shoulders.
God.
I haven't given him the core yet.
We don't even know where it's going yet.
Taylor, he's not a cheerleader. I don't think he's exactly got the best balance.
He's got
Yeah, then
plenty
let
of
me-
room to lean on it.
Then let me up.
Is there anything that looks like I could stand there to get at whatever?
So what you see is on this cylinder, there are a few like different, like varying leveled outcroppings that are almost like other arches that are spread out from this, but it's smooth. There is no footing that you think you could get unless you were like really agile and were able to hold on. And also, it doesn't look like it would be a safe or good idea to grab onto the pole where there's an electrical current that is very visible traveling up it.
I'm really wishing that guy had given us more information on what exactly we're doing.
I wish we had a ladder.
A ladder would have been nice.
That would have been good.
Smoot, could you look around for a ladder?
Yes, because I generally tend to leave ladders lying around in cornfields.
Well, unless it was, oh gosh, what was his name?
I take a
Unless
look.
unless Liamoor usually does this, he could probably reach that.
I take a look around
which
the general
actually
vicinity.
makes sense.
He did say he normally does this, doesn't he? Didn't he?
Yeah.
Normally I'd have to do it, but you're here now. That's what he said.
Yeah, which would imply that he would do it, given there's no tools around, and he informed of us no such tool use. One would assume that one could do it from standing next.
Yeah, but he's 8 feet tall.
So I'm 6 foot, he's 5 foot. Between the two of us, we got at least 8.
Yes, but between the two of us, you barely have 2 brain cells to rub together.
Okay. You know what?
He
Let me up there.
also
Smoot,
has
give me a
like
boost.
5 long arms.
Oh my God, it's chicken.
Chicken fight. And I set my bag down and I lift up Finnegan.
I'm just making a note here. I do take off my bag.
Please, God.
So he takes off the bag, and the bag thuds on the ground, surprisingly making a louder sound than you would expect.
Well,
What are you
it is
keeping there? A bunch of bricks?
my wares. I would be somewhat careful with it.
It thuds a little bit.
It would that a little bit. It's heavy.
I pick up Finnegan.
Okay.
Put him on my shoulders.
Do you make him stand or you have him sitting?
Do you feel comfortable standing? I've got broad shoulders.
I'll be fine.
You'll be fined?
Well,
Yes.
if you need to stand, I think maybe it would be a good idea, Kelsey chimes in, if you perhaps use the wall or the base of this thing to push yourself up and brace.
Oh, yes. I was going to mention that.
That's the plan. I walk him closer.
I actually used that to help myself get up onto his shoulders.
Okay. So Alfred is on Alan's shoulders and Finnegan is on Smoot's shoulders.
I'd also like to start just nervously singing.
Okay.
My inspire competence. It's a nervous tick.
All right.
Hey, Smoot, want to play chicken?
I swear to God, Taylor, you try anything.
All right.
Rising up, straight to the top.
Wow.
Some things carried through the ages, apparently.
Apparently.
All right. So are you guys just going to stand there or are you going to actually, try something?
I'm waiting on the scientist. I tried to see if I can figure out how to open it up if I'm already up there.
Okay. Roll knowledge engineering.
I'm just making sure that I have it. I don't have a pointer to it.
That's okay.
Bards get all knowledges.
It's
it is
still
unlocked.
ability, yeah. But it's not considered trained until he puts a point into it.
It's true, but he can still roll it. Knowledges you can't roll untrained.
I have it unlocked.
Yes, but you can't roll the knowledge unless you're trained in it, and you're not considered trained
Until you
have
put
at
a
least
point in
one
it.
point in it.
Yeah. All right.
So I can't even
So
make a
we
roll.
don't have anyone who knows what they're doing.
I worked on tractors.
That does not help.
Hey, that's engineering, you dimwit.
God,
You can't figure it out.
Okay.
You want to figure it out? Be
Well-
my guest. I'm going to just...
Sure, why don't you just
Get
swap
down
places?
off of me.
Taylor, get on Mess shoulders.
No, there is no way
Yeah.
I'm lifting this.
Pony up, boy.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? No.
Finnegan, have you found out anything?
All right. Well,
There-
go ahead.
I was going to say, there's no rumor, there's no knowledge local, there's no history or
It's an engineering.
arcana.
Maybe if we just fiddle around with some things, it might open up. There shouldn't be too much of a problem if Liamoor is able to do it.
Yeah, but Liamoor knows what he's doing.
Hey, that's the spirit. Okay, so what do I roll for fiddling?
What do I roll to fiddle?
What do you roll
Probably
to-
use magic
It would
device
be-
or something.
I would have you roll a straight up wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay.
I'm glad we didn't send Taylor up there.
Can I take my inspired roll today?
You may take your inspired roll.
Yay.
I would have figured the heck out of that John Deere radio tower.
18.
That's some decent fiddling.
That's
Yeah.
some decent fiddling. All right. So Finnegan fiddles around. He taps on a few areas. He doesn't really hear any strange sounds from it. It does sound like metal. After a while, you discover that if you push on the glass and also lift up at the same time, the partition that is the glass lifts up automatically.
Ooh. Don't break anything. Don't break anything.
Here, someone hand this man a power core.
I will drop mess.
I've already gotten off of you.
How? When?
I was trying to say it earlier.
Oh,
I did hear
did
that
you
there was
climb down or did you fall 5 feet?
He got down. He got down.
I'm going to grab one of the power cores from the bank.
Okay. So Kelsey's standing there, watching over the power cores as you come over. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead. After you, sir.
I go to pick one up.
You pick it up.
All right.
It feels cool to the touch.
Ooh, cold.
Rectangular on top, but a round base on the bottom.
I'm going to walk over to Smoot Finn and hand it up to Finn.
As you guys are doing this, you
Okay.
hear a voice scream, "Thieves! Thieves! No good, dirty, rotten thieves!" And a woman comes running through the the crops. She pushes through some of the wheat.
Thieves! Put them back! Put it back, I say!
And she's holding in her hand a trowel. And she points it at you.
Me and Finn are a little preoccupied.
We're from
Thieves of what? And I continue doing what I'm doing with no stopping.
We're from the electric company.
Don't mind him, he's just slow.
Stop what you're doing! You are thieves! No good, dirty, rotten thieves taking the power core from our village!
We're installing them.
Make a perception check, all of you, to take a better look at this woman. Because she has a wide-brimmed yellow hat covering herself.
19.
12.
15.
Okay, these are...
Everyone gets +2, by the way.
Because he's been singing.
Yeah. Mine's only a 7 still.
So 21.
Okay, so
21.
Finn
And I'm preoccupied.
is very focused. He's like, careful. I was told to bring this back and not break it. Careful. He's trying to remove it still. Everyone else, you see that this is a rather older looking woman with wrinkles and skin that has been beaten up terribly by the sun. She is wearing large gloves that appear to have been once white, but are now stained from all the years of use, and there's some holes in the fingertips. She's also wearing a wide-brimmed woven hat, so it's like made from straw, and she appears to have a little bit of a wide-eyed look to her.
Snow, real quick, what was the giant's name?
Liamoor.
Liamoor? All right. Ma'am, please. Liamoor sent us to replace the power cores.
I don't care what you have to say. You're all thieves! Thieves!
Ma'am, we're here to
right,
replace them.
So while they're distracting...
If you would like to, while we're replacing them, you are welcome to supervise.
Both of you roll diplomacy, please.
7.
Wait. 9.
Okay. So what I would like to do from now on is before you start speaking, we're going to do it this way. Instead of, because if you do give a good speech, I don't want to punish that. I'll have you roll. I want you to tell me, like, I want to say something, and then we'll roll diplomacy before you speak so we can figure out how speaking is affected by what you, like, the rolls.
Okay.
Okay, so that way your good speech isn't ruined by a bad roll. You both are trying to convince her that you're not doing any harm, and she says,
Fools! I know you're part of the Red Guard. You're here to steal the cores. You're trying to weaken our settlement. We've worked too hard for this. Thieves! Thieves! No good, dirty, rotten thieves.
How far do we get while she went back and forth like at least 3 or 4 times? How far do we get?
This whole time, I'm continuing to carry the power core to Finn.
You've removed the power core from the canister that was holding it, and as you do, you hear a and you see that the barrier starts to fade away.
Quickly, put the new one in.
Quickly, Taylor.
I hand him the new one and receive the old
Stop!
one.
Stop what you're doing!
Ma'am,
Total
if we were stealing, why would we be putting a new, fully charged power core in?
Diplomacy first, please.
I
Let's do
have a 14.
Why would we be putting a fresh one in the machine if we were stealing?
Evidence does give bonuses.
Yeah. She relaxes the trowel in her hand and brings her hands down. She would look like she was getting ready to, like, put up a fight with you guys if she needed to. She relaxes. She says,
Well, if you're not thieves, then what are you doing?
We're replacing the power cores. He just said Liamoor sent us.
Who's Liamoor?
The man from the reliquary?
Really big, large man.
Never seen anyone like that in this village.
Who normally changes the power cores?
I don't know. I've just been watching this day and night. Since I've seen the Red Guard in town, they've been patrolling around here looking at this. It seems like as if they want to steal it.
Do we look?
Can I look anything like the Red Guard people that were in the tavern?
You could be in disguise.
Can I make my diplomacy?
yes, you may.
34. I can't roll higher than that. Well,
Did you crit?
What would you like to say?
I did. I'm sure you have, ma'am. And thank you for keeping watch on this barrier. We heard that the power was flickering, as I'm sure you've no doubt noticed looking at it every day. You'll see in a moment that it'll be repaired just as new. The proof will be in the pudding.
All right. Well,
You said you've been watching. Have the Red Guard been around here recently?
they're up to no good. That's what I say. Been looking around here almost daily at this point. They're probably trying to steal the cores, take down the village's defenses. But no, sir, I won't let that happen. No, sir. I protect this place.
As I am right next to Smoot from handing the core and receiving the old core from Finn. I'm going to lean into him and say, she sounds a little racist.
What?
Taylor, I know you're from the South, but race has nothing to do with this matter.
Ohio is not South.
Oh, wait, that's right. For some reason I thought you were
F. Oh, you're a
Wait.
biologist, not a geography.
not a geography teacher.
How is this racist?
All right,
That's what I'm saying. Race has
I've
nothing
been
to do with this
mostly
matter.
ignoring everything.
All right.
Did I somehow replace it or?
So, did you pass him the core
Yeah,
in
he said that
exchange?
ages ago.
We exchanged. I have the old one in my
I'm
hands.
sorry. All right, so you guys are able to exchange it. Although it's a little hard because, Finn, you have to lean over, so please roll in acrobatics.
Please don't drop it.
Drop it. Break it.
Yeah, 'cause you're holding
Spew
something.
energy everywhere.
You're having to lean down to hand this to him, and it's probably about 10 pounds that you're leaning down with. So it's taking you off balance.
Oh, you're talking about handing me the old one.
Yeah, you're both having to do a pass.
17.
Okay, you're able to maintain. You keep your hand planted against the wall of the receptor, and you maintain your balance. As you pass to Alan, first Alan takes it, and then Alan passes you the other core.
Le nuit batterie.
Good job, guys. You did it.
Thanks for all your help, David.
Hey, I'm cheerleading squad today. Rah, rah,
He's
ree.
here for emotional support.
Oh, he's the cheerleader. He should be up here on my shoulders.
No, no.
That's a good one.
All right, so Finn is inserting the new core, and as he does, you hear the power on the receptor come back on. And you hear the core and the barrier functioning again. But Finn, as soon as you put the core in, you see the partition comes down and closes itself off.
All right. So, all right, Smoot. Looks like we're good here.
All right.
I go to start climbing down.
Balance yourself off the wall, and I'll try and grab him as he's I'll grab him by his waist and help him down. Kind
Okay.
Trust fall.
You guys are spotting each other.
I'm going to go deposit the depleted core back where the fresh core was.
Okay, perfect. Alfred, what are you doing?
Spectating.
I assumed I started walking towards the old lady when she came in, so I'm just standing over by where the old lady is.
She's looking at you.
What do you want?
You could ask her about the plants she's got growing around here.
The glowing ones.
That's a really good idea.
They might have interesting alchemical properties.
Maybe even magical ones.
They could be useful in drugs.
I could make them into glue.
You could get the Red Guard addicted to your illegal substances and weaken their empire.
You could touch it and go on a weird dream acid trip, maybe.
And
Or-
all of Alfred's inner voices suddenly began making sense. I wanted to ask about those the blue glowing plants there.
My hibiscus?
Yes. What makes them glowing?
I don't know. I just plant them. I thought they were pretty. You want one?
Sure. I'll take a few.
Go ahead. And she goes down and she pulls up a patch and she uses the trowel and she slashes them and pulls literally up a patch and she makes this horrible
So
looking
graceful.
bare spot in this once really pretty flower area. It's now completely bare. And she hands them to you, just in a crumpled up bunch.
Huzzah.
They make great tea. That's all I know.
What you thinking, Smoot?
Sometimes they make you have to go really bad, though.
If she says the Red Guard's been around here and is up to no good, and we know Amalia isn't too fond of them, shouldn't we keep tabs on them ourselves?
Oh, we should definitely be cautious for sure.
Do you think if this woman's keeping her eyes and ears close to the ground, she could be a powerful ally or asset?
Anyone can be a powerful ally or asset if you invest enough into them.
You seem to be a man who's reasonably good with words. Why don't you try talking to her? And maybe if she ever sees something, she can come and get us, but I don't know if Amalia would feel comfortable giving away our location.
Did the barrier ever turn back on?
Yes.
To be honest, we don't have a location.
We have a house.
We do not. Amalia has a house.
Okay, Amalia has a house, which we're
squatters at
squatting
best.
in. I have a tree outside the house. We could give him the location of the tree.
I like sleeping by the trees.
It's very comforting,
Yes, it
especially
is.
that morning wood.
I love the morning wood. Smells kind of dewy.
It's kind of moist in the mornings.
Actually, I'll say one more thing to Smoot before I go off to the lady.
All right.
It's probably nothing, but if you could just take a quick patrol around the edges just to make sure nothing slipped in while we weren't looking.
Sure.
I'd hate for there to be something that was our fault.
Sounds good. All right. David, with me.
All right, I'm coming.
Right.
Oh, come along, David. All right, fine then.
I'm just pushing aside some of the flower patches and looking in the outskirts of the crop circles.
All right. David is also searching with you.
10.
Hey, look, I found something.
What is it?
A pretty flower.
Who would have thought that there's a flower in this patch of flowers?
Yes, this floor is made of floor.
Well, I mean,
Nature's made of nature.
shouldn't we go, like, directly up to the barrier instead of being in the flower garden here?
I was told to look around the general area to make sure there's nothing snuck in. We can look up
alright.
closer if you want.
Hey, Alfred, I got you a flower. Here you go.
All
right.
Didn't you already get a bunch of these?
Finevir's thinking to himself,
It's a
I
pink
give
flower.
Smoot exactly the amount of credit he deserves. Yes.
I have another one.
It's pink.
All right.
Pink.
It's pink.
I'll go up and look a little closer to the barrier too, because I know these things are kind of like, from what we heard, the surge leeches are kind of worm-like. So I'm gonna look a little closer too, see if there's any like unsettled ground or anything. Be 17 total.
You don't see anything on the ground that looks abnormal. It looks flat, grassy. I mean, you see a few holes here and there, but they're very tiny and look like they could be about the size for a snake or a vole.
Nothing too out of the ordinary.
So I'd approach the lady. Thank you so very much for looking after this area.
Of course, this is my home, so I gotta take care of it. I do.
Yes, as aspiring adventurers and seekers ourselves, this is the place that will give us our start, so we will have a fondness for it as well.
Oh, you're becoming initiates then.
I flash her my initiate's badge.
Oh, you're already initiate. Cool.
Just doing good service.
Well,
Oh, I'm more or less just trying to endear myself.
Okay. She seems to be a pretty hard lady, the hard grandma.
That's fine. I'm okay with that. I just throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks.
I hear hard grandma and just think a grandma that drinks nothing but hard liquor.
Russian grandma.
This woman sounds like she'd drink hard liquor.
Takes a swig of ale.
We did see those rent guard at the party at the Flame Slayers. Really brought down the mood.
oh, I know. They've been sticking around here. They don't belong here. They need to go back. Back to Taja, out of my village.
How long have they been here?
Months now.
Months.
Harassing the locals, tearing up places.
My goodness. I had no idea. Well, I'll certainly have to watch out for them.
My inner murder hobo wants to kill them.
Yeah.
When does your inner murder hobo ever
How many of them would you say that you've seen around here? We only saw 4. Is it just the same guys messing around?
No, sometimes I see about 20 of them.
Yeah, you want to take on 20 people with like iron chest plates? Yeah,
We
one at a time.
don't have any more beef stew anymore.
We don't have our lethal weapon.
We don't.
I mutter quietly, but just enough to hear quite the infestation.
Yeah. All I have to say is I can't wait until they leave.
Oh.
Do you know why they're here?
They want us to join the Taja Kingdom. Hey, swear allegiance to their king.
How close is this territory to the Taijin Kingdom?
Hundreds and thousands of miles away at this point.
I doubt they'll sway much favor.
I said miles. I'm translating it for regular purposes because I don't feel like making up a distance.
Well, also, this is insert person's here's geography.
Yes.
Sorry, she knows there's ways away. Anyway, we'll be on our way, checking the other locations.
All right. Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Stay safe.
You as well. And if you see them dirty, rotten thieves, them scoundrels, you tell them I'm going to come for them.
Ah,
Hey,
no.
armed guards. Hey, there was
So,
a
farmer
old lady
lady.
that said she's
Wow.
gonna come after you and maybe
I'll-
I don't know.
I'll take
do
a middle
something.
ground here. Say, what was your name?
Name's Ellie.
She sticks out her hand?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. I go to shake it. I incline.
All right. She takes it. But the thing is, these gloves are so big, you actually feel that her hands don't fit the gloves. The gloves are actually completely oversized.
Oh. Yeah. Finavir winced. Tried to keep it on the inside at the recoil, but
Yeah.
I guess it wasn't so bad. Well, we must be off.
All right. I'm going to take care of this area. Gotta watch out. Gotta keep your eyes peeled, ears to the ground.
What were the leeches' names again?
Surge leeches.
Surgist. Is what they
Molly
call
was
them.
afraid that we were insane.
Nice to see that there's still cocaine.
All
I
right.
don't think that was cocaine.
To the east, I suppose. I'll say to the party.
I'm fine with
Shall we?
that.
Sounds
Yeah.
all good here. And with that old farmer lady, I don't think anything's getting through.
I mean, it would eventually.
Oh, she'd scare anything after death. They saw that face. Oh boy. And you all are walking away as he says this. Like,
Kelsey, if you're feeling a little weathered, maybe I'll take the next shift.
all right, that sounds good to me. And she's like struggling to hold it right now. She seems a little tired.
I'm under heavy load.
So, are you able to take it, or are you completely under heavy load already?
I am just barely into heavy load.
I'm pretty sure I could carry you
by about 13 pounds.
I think I could carry you and that thing and still be
How
at
much
medium
is
load.
the thing?
It's 20 pounds, and I carry 50. I only have about 17-ish pounds to mess with.
Here, I'll trade you. Give me those. And I hand him the laptop out of my bag. This is what's really weighing me down.
I have your bag. Remember? You're not carrying crap. You're empty-handed.
And just so it's on the record, there's no way I'd leave my bag behind.
Yeah.
Ben, you've got your giant bag. Let me carry the crate.
Thanks, Smoot. Much appreciated. Good on ya. And I give him a good swat on the back.
All right. So, you guys are making your way eastward, going back along another path that is very well worn from the travel of locals as well as visitors old and new. You make your way and you find yourselves at the eastern area, and you see that as you reach the other side, it's about 10 minutes for a walk to get to the other location. But you can see that the area is structured very similarly. You see that there is another circle of crops at the center and more crops on either side, stationed rectangularly and appear to have been rotated out for this year. There are some actual well-worn paths similar to the way that the previous receptor's location was. So there's a path leading into the center, but you don't see the receptor here.
Wouldn't we be close to Amali's house?
The eastern, it was actually the northern, I believe, that was the hill.
Oh.
Yeah, north was the hill.
Well, that's on me then. I thought Amali's house was to the east.
Yeah, it was northern.
Whoops.
It's okay. I said things. It probably would have actually been to the west if I had followed the orientation of the map I had drawn, but I didn't, because I didn't look at the map when I said things, and I was like...
So wait, you're saying there's no power receptor visible from the inner circle?
There's no power receptor visible from the inner circle.
Well, now we do have an advantage, though. We know how tall the last one was, and assuming that this one is of similar height, we know that we only need to look past things that are blocking that height.
I inspect the ground around the center of the circle.
Okay. So you approach the circle, and as soon as you step into the 20-foot radius, or the 20-foot diameter, you see the metal structure appear before you.
Oh, interesting. Guys, walk on in here. It's here.
Really?
I walk inside.
A little bit of voodoo witchcraft magic. It looks like you can only see it when you're so close.
I heard about these. They're quite expensive. I would love to get my hands on some what would I even call that? Some artifactory? I can't say technology, can I?
Relics. Because relics refer to anything of ancient past and usually technological items.
Reliquary?
Would it be reliquary power?
No, a
Powers,
reliquary is like a repository. It's like a collection. So I guess.
I'll just be generic. I'd love to get a hold of one of these someday.
I think it's okay if you use the word like tech. I'm fine if you use that.
Technology.
Okay.
I'm fine if you use that.
All right.
I mean, technology technically includes trebuchets.
All right. All right. Let's see. Is this as big as the last one?
In the east, you guys do remember, I'm just pointing this out, that this is where the forest can be seen about a mile away from the edge of the barrier.
All right. And are we also super close to the barrier like last time?
So it's about 100 feet. So the actual receptor is about 100 or maybe 300 feet from the edge of the barrier.
All right. So an Olympic stone throwing distance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fine with me. Does this barrier seem to be as damaged as the last one?
It doesn't seem to be fluctuating the same, but it's still all part of the same barrier system.
Fantastic. All right. Let's get to work.
I set the crate down and I take out one of the power cores.
All right, who's going on whose shoulders this time?
Looks
Highway
like Alan's
145.
taking the initiative and hoisting men into the air.
Yep, I can still carry him under heavy load.
All right. So I'll set my bag down and ask Kelsey to watch over it for me.
Okay, you got it.
Thanks, Kelsey.
She salutes.
I salute back.
All right.
All right, Taylor.
I hoist him into the air
Hoist.
and move him towards the thingy thing.
Towards the thingy thing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
the thing that we're doing the thing with.
The thing. Okay, so the thing.
I prop myself up again, and all right, let's see. Is this just like the last one?
I go and I hand him the full receptor.
We want to get the empty one.
I'm not going to take it till I feel like I'm ready for it.
Okay.
All right, can I get it open?
What do you do?
I'd like to do the press down and then lift like the last one.
Okay. It does the same thing.
Neat. All right. Hey, it looks like it works the same as the last one. Lucky for us.
All right.
All right, so I go to see if I can get the old one out.
Okay.
All right.
You're able to do it.
Smoot, Gormy.
There you go. And I go and
So-
hand it up to him.
David looks at Alfred.
You know, if this is all we have to do to become seekers, this is easy.
Yeah, because you're not doing anything, David.
He looks at Alfred.
Can
I was
perception
talking to
hear?
Alfred. Thank you.
Was he saying it? Was he whispering it, or was he talking out loud?
Quentin, you're doing something else.
No, the character said I was talking to Alfred, as in that was not for you to respond to.
I'm just saying, yeah. It's easy because you're not doing anything.
Smoot, shut up. You talk off way too much.
Wow.
He's not wrong.
All right, so does he core me?
You are cored.
Okay, I swap him out.
All right. As soon as you take the first core out and you start to hand it down to Smoot, Smoot receives it from you. All of you make a perception check really quick.
Am I allowed a perception check?
Crit fail.
Nat 20.
Crit fails don't mean anything.
7.
Thank you.
Nat 20. That's total 2.
I will do as told.
9.
17.
Okay. All right. As soon as Finavir removes the core from the top, we're going to go from this angle. Smoot was walking over with the other power core, and David was making these comments and basically scolded Smoot for talking too much. And as soon as he does that, you hear a rumble and a high-pitched screech of metal against metal filling your ears as the earth beneath your feet begins to pulsate and burst forth an explosion of gravel and dirt spraying into your faces. Round rows of metal teeth cyclically open and close, and they lurch for the core in your hand. Roll for initiative.
16.
20.
18.
18.
To be specific, they just burst out of the ground around us?
They burst out of the ground from where the barrier is. They break right through as soon as that barrier comes down.
So they're not to us yet.
Not yet.
All right, so assuming they can only travel 30 foot per round or 60 foot. I mean, out of game, obviously. And even in game, you would know that it would take some time to get there. They won't get to us in the first round.
Yes.
Pendavir's still on Taylor, right?
Yeah.
Cool. My priority is putting the power core back in the receptor.
Nice.
I'm on Finavir. Finavir, we had an 18. Alfred, what was yours again?
18.
It was 18. Okay. So both of you had an 18. You guys need to roll.
Contest each other.
16.
3.
Okay. How's everybody doing?
We're doing
Being attacked by giant metal worms. How do you think we're doing?
spooked.
Lifting up a smarmy salesman.
Define
I need to figure out if I put the new core in yet.
You didn't.
No,
He was
no,
walking
without
through.
looking it up.
Full of smarm. I know the feeling that pertains to someone who is smarmy. It's like someone who acts in a witty manner, kind of like a smart ass.
Someone, and I quote, wheedling in a way that it is perceived as insincere or excessive. What is
Wheedle.
wheedling? Someone who uses flattery in order to coax and persuade someone else.
Would you say that's?
Pendavir's very sincere.
He still uses flattery to get to increase his standing.
He wheedles, but he's not a schmarmer.
I smarmed when I should have wheedled.
He's a schmarmless wheedler, okay?
Smarmless wheedler. That's a great username. Hey guys, it's your boy Smarmless Wheedler 4000.
Subscribe for your daily dose of schmarma. Why are there like 6 of them?
How big are they?
Worms.
So they like dogs?
Medium-sized creature's a human.
Oh, shoot.
Did the worms appear behind us?
No.
The
Towards
worms
the
appeared
barrier.
By the barrier.
Oh,
They are closer than like where they right where the barrier was. It looks like they were tunneling underneath of it already and coming towards you.
Interesting. How close are they to us?
They are about 60 feet away.
We're good.
At this point.
fine. We're good.
Good.
So did we all get an action before they got 60 feet away?
This is a surprise attack.
They appeared 60 feet away.
It's a surprise round.
I had you all roll perceptions to see if you heard it beforehand. For something that burrows under the ground, you have to have 25 for burrowing.
Yeah, I just thought the explosion was easier to hear.
It was, as soon as it was in your face.
Yeah. I'm just imagining like all this rock spraying and hitting everyone in the face and like nobody notices.
All right, so at the beginning of this round, everyone is considered flat-footed.
Sounds good to me.
So you are denied your dex-based AC.
That means my AC goes up. That is not how that works for the audience listening.
Okay. Up first, David looks at everyone. What the heck is this? What am I supposed to do? David backs up.
We're metal tanks.
David essentially forgoes his turn and readies to defend himself. All right. Next up, one of the Surge's leeches with his opening and closing mouth. You can actually see a light blue glow inside of it, lurches forward and starts to swivel on the ground towards you guys.
Can we keep it?
Yeah, if it doesn't these are not friendly. They're Surge's leeches.
Wolves weren't friendly. We tamed them.
The whole ganon of them.
Alan Taylor, you are up.
I don't like this one bit.
Can I drop Finavir as a free action?
You can. He's considered.
I'm equipped with him.
Quentin, it's like that episode of Gintama where they use the king as a weapon. You may drop Finn.
I'm gonna drop you.
I am holding the power core that we cannot afford.
You are correct. Is that the new one?
Yes.
Oh, right.
Oh, did I hand you the new one?
No, you have the old one.
Oh, I have the old
But
one.
He was coming
I'm gonna
towards you.
set you down.
okay.
Don't. We haven't put the new power core back in the generator. What if the whole barrier fails?
And the barrier is down.
Well, in that case,
But the
instead of that, I would say,
Next.
defend yourselves.
Fine.
What do you do?
On guard, foul creatures.
Smoot, punch it. I don't know. Do something. Take the 9 mil from my pocket.
New core in hand. Hand Finavir.
I
Just drop me.
I guess we need to put the core in. Okay, then you can do that.
I have the old core.
When it's his.
Oh, yeah, you want to fight these things? Okay, yeah, sure. Let's go with this.
The entire village's barrier system is down right now.
No, it's weakened.
I do have a specific thing I'll do on my actual turn, though.
Okay.
Fine. I will stand down and just. I guess I do nothing.
You can put him down.
Yeah, but then I'll have to lift him up later to fight. So you can get the thing back in.
Yeah. There's 6 of them.
But our action economy is already bottomed out because
he wants me to not put you down.
Put him down.
I
That's
wanna
my
put you
recommendation.
I'm gonna
don't
I'm
listen
gonna put
to
him
him.
down.
You can choose not
I
to
tried
listen
to get
me.
off anyway.
I'm gonna put him down.
Okay. You put him down. I'll take that as a move action from you.
I'm gonna pull out the. Oh wait, no, I can't draw a weapon because that's a move action. I guess I'll
Then you can use a standard action to get an item.
pull out
You
my
can.
spear with a standard action.
Okay. Did you have it like on your back or
It
something?
was like in a
Tucked
backpack. Yeah, it was tucked like in a backpack.
Okay. So you pull out your spear from behind you and it kind of clinks against like the bag a little bit. It's a little awkward, but you're able to get it out.
Yeah.
It's a little awkward. All right. Next up, Finavir Avir. You are down on the ground, placed down. You are no longer on top of Alan.
We can't let these get to the innocent lives out there. Plus, they're attracted to what we're holding. We can't afford to lose what we have. We'll have to stand our ground. David, that means you too.
Ugh.
This is your time to choose whether or not you want to be part of this.
Oh my god. This is more than I would sign up for. Oh my god.
Remember the part about this being too easy? This is the hard part.
This is what we signed up for. We were all warned and we accepted the consequences.
All right. I'll try.
He's gonna die.
Fine, he's got like 6 HP.
Smoot, you ever wondered why Amali actually took me with him into the dark woods? You'll find out.
And then you low roll every attack.
I say as I pull out my lute.
All right.
It's his battle axe.
You're gonna sing him to death.
Words have power. Song has magic. And I'll start a bardic performance.
More
Beautiful.
hocus pocus.
Beautiful. All right. Begin your bardic performance.
All right. I actually have something prepared for this.
All right.
Now take a little moment and don't be scared. Listen to my words and fight unimpaired. Your feet feel faster and your arms feel strong if you open your heart to the soul of my soul.
Beautiful. I love it.
Second explosion.
It's that surge of energy that you feel.
All right. So Finavir gives you guys an inspire.
Courage.
Your courage is up, which means you get a bonus to your...
Attack rolls and bonuses against charm effects.
There you go. So...
Yes, I am braver now. I cannot be seduced.
All right. Alfred Kenneth Mest. It is your turn.
I have no idea what I'm going to do.
You are able to create... So do you know how to make bombs? So all you have your alchemist kit,
Okay.
which you are carrying, correct?
Yes.
Okay, your alchemist kit, they all come with a catalyst. What you have to do is an alchemist, to make a bomb, you take a standard action to take out the materials, create the bomb, and throw it.
Okay.
Alchemists are lit. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Wait, you can make a bomb and throw it all in one turn?
that's what it says.
Holy crap.
It doesn't say or, it says and.
It says you can pull out the ingredients, mix them together, and throw them as a standard action.
A catalyst uses a very small amount.
Ugh.
And I believe you have something like 5 bombs per day, don't right?
I can use a number of bombs equal to my class level, 1, plus my intelligence modifier, 3.
4.
I have 4.
You have 4 bombs.
How far away am I from them?
Say it's about 50, 55 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
The nearest one.
I'm going to move up towards the thing.
Your full movement,
Would that be my full movement? Or
30 feet should be your full movement.
and I can
Still take a standard action if you do
Okay. Yeah, so I would move up to it and I would start making a bomb.
Okay. You make your bomb, so you pull it out, and your character sees ingredients, and they're like, wait, I recognize these. And immediately you start fumbling around, and as you do, you pop off the cork of one and pop off the cork of another, and you pour one into a container, and you take it, and you...
I have a bomb!
He screams.
Yay.
What are you doing?
What? I'm gonna target the middlemost worm.
Okay, so remember what you do is you're going to roll your ranged attack.
I'm double checking this right now.
That is a D20 plus your
Let's see.
dexterity plus your BAB. That's how range works.
Mm-hmm.
He could have thrown from where he was.
Yeah, but I'd rather move a bit closer just so I don't have to
You'd only be at a -4 penalty.
Based on how I'm rolling tonight, that's enough to put me in the grave. Or someone else in the grave.
All of us. We're all clustered.
10.
Okay, so you have the bomb in your hand. You see that it is bubbling inside. Unfortunately, it's one of the glass vials that you had because you didn't really know what else to do at this point. You take it and you yeet it in front of you.
How does splash
Do me a
work
favor.
like that?
Please roll a d8 for me.
5.
Okay, so your bomb, it hits behind the leech that you were aiming
Don't
towards.
they have splash damage?
It does have splash damage. So it hits 4. You're going to roll your splash damage, which I believe is a d6.
It only deals the splash damage because it didn't hit the thing I was targeting.
Yeah, so it would deal the splash damage to
Which
that
is-
creature. It still gets a reflex against it, but it only gets to reflex for half.
It ends up being 4 damage.
All right, so you yeet that bomb. The bomb lands just shy of where it was supposed to for your
It
target.
actually overshoots it.
Yeah. It is just shy of it though. So it's right overhead of it. You were so excited. You were like, I got a bomb. Yeet. There it goes. And as it does, it explodes, but the creature reels back as it sees this bomb, and it catches it with its mouth, and it actually shreds it. It takes a little bit of damage from it. You can see as there's a small explosion in its mouth, but it almost looks down at you, and you kind of see a half grin as it looks at you.
So it made the reflex save to eat the bomb.
Apparently.
It took damage.
All right, who's next?
It's fun. Let me have this, man. It's going to be fun.
I know, but it ate the bomb.
It ate it.
Which means
It separated the reagents in the bomb before they could react to each other.
they were already reacting.
I don't know.
It did take the damage. It ate it. It just was
Struck
like
part.
glass. It literally has rows of teeth that close. It's almost like a trash compactor.
It spilled some of the explosion outside its mouth.
Jaden, which song were you doing, by the way?
Inspire courage.
Inspire courage.
Which one?
All
which
right.
bonus is
I
that?
was gonna say it's an original song. What did you want me to say?
Yeah, yes, but what is curse? What is the courage bonus?
+1
To
attack rolls and versus charm.
So next up, The leech that ate the bomb with this weird like grin that you are thinking is there, but you're not quite sure. It starts to lurch forward and moves towards the metal tower.
Holy crap. How fast are these things?
Fast enough.
Well, if everything's a 5 foot square, it moved.
Oh, wait, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, I don't know why, but I thought these squares were 10 foot for whatever stupid reason.
No, you're good. Charles Smoot, it is your turn. Please roll the die or use the secret passage. There's no secret passage, I'm kidding.
I'm gonna walk up to him a little closer.
All right, you're just going to walk up to it?
Get mad. Throw the lemons back in life's face.
I'm gonna get real mad. And I'm just gonna stand there waving my knife saying, get back. Back to you.
All right, so you...
Oh, actually, wait. Before Smoot moves, he would hand the power cord to Finavir. Oh, well, you're...
While he's bardically performing.
Technically, it's on sing, but I'm
would-
using my instrument actively.
Where?
I am going to set down the power cord.
You could put it back in the box.
Give it to Kelsey.
I can't hand it to her that far away. Can I? Yeah, let's throw the power cord. That's a good idea.
No.
No.
Maybe protect the power core
We need to get it in the thing.
after the combat, sure.
Okay, we'll just keep the entire town's defenses down for this.
They're not down. They're weakened.
Right, so anything can just barge in through if it's strong enough.
They're okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
It was strong enough. Yes.
Plot point. If we waste too much time.
Well, we've spent since 6
Fine.
seconds. So.
At that point, if we're not going to spend the time to put the power core in the receptor, I'm just going to run up to the one surge leech that is closest to me-ish and stab it with my arm.
So you're carrying
Yeah.
it with you? Okay. From my perspective, it's okay if you put it down because you do have other party members who can guard
They
it.
don't want me to. I think we should prioritize putting it back in the receptor. I think we can fend them off long enough.
Did 4 take its turn this round?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
4 can't move, and I'm going after 6.
Then you can
I'm-
drop it.
That's what
have
I'm saying. I'm
4
going to
characters
set
that
it.
can do something.
I'm going to set it down in the square where I was, which is currently adjacent to Finavir, and I'm going to run up to the leech on the right-hand side of the receptor that has not yet been damaged, and I'm going to run up to it and basically look at it like, come at me.
It screeches at you, and you hear a horrible metallic sound as it rubs the metal inside of its mouth.
Stop that, whatever it is.
All right, is that your turn? Or are you?
I can't attack. Can I? Wait. I could drop it as a free action move and then attack. Yeah, I could attack. Does a 22 hit?
It does hit.
No, I would hope so.
All right. What are you hitting it with?
Army knife.
All right.
6 damage.
Okay. Woo! So you take the army knife, and as it's making this grinding sound, you say, "Stop that!" And you take it and you slam down the army knife into the head of this thing, and you feel it kind of crumple under your weight, and it's hanging there limp on the knife. But you see this black ooze start to spew out of the top of it and drip onto the ground beneath the body. And that one is deceased.
Is the ooze like thick and viscous, like honey, or is it just like liquidy, like oil?
Siri, make note to make Samurai Jack meme later.
Liquidy, like oil. All right, the leech that was next to the one that was smiling at you, Alfred, looks at you, and it starts to move towards you.
Alfredo.
Its attention is towards where the core is, but it turns its attention back towards you, and it looks back towards the core, and it takes its tail, and it's going to try and hit you with it.
Dun, 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 dun.
Da, 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 da.
Hey, Alfred.
Okay.
How much HP do you got?
Da, 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 da.
Let's see if it can hit me first. It probably will.
What's your HP, though?
Not enough.
Not enough.
Does a 19 hit?
Who wouldn't that hit?
We're level 1. What kind of armor do you think I'd be needing to wear to not get hit?
You got full plate armor with a max dexterity bonus.
It rolled above an average roll.
I know.
He's
I
just
have
saying,
the-
how would
I
that
have
not
armor class of 12.
There we go.
I thought we gave you armor. Is your dex that bad?
His dex is it too.
You need to add your dex to that now, too.
I have an armor of 14.
This is still for... No,
it
this
still
is past
hits.
Still hits, but
For, okay.
No, sorry, it's 13.
makes you feel any better. Oh no, mine is 13 currently. Mine's normally 11.
Yeah, but I bought an armor.
I bought an armor.
It gives me +2.
So does mine.
Mine's 15.
Yours is normally 13. Mine with the bonus is 13.
All right. Alfred, it takes its tail and it turns, and as it does, it starts to move toward, like it's looking towards the core, but it does, and its tail swipes against you, and you take 4 points of damage from that. Roll a fortitude save.
We'll try. Side effects. I love side effects. They're shocky shack. Your leg goes numb.
Hopefully
I
it's
miss
not.
my shock sticks.
Hopefully it's not fortitude to be knocked prone.
6.
With which card are we bestowing upon him?
You might as well just hand me death.
You have been handed death.
You are stunned for 1 round.
Oh, that's fun.
You did get up really close.
So it wrapped
You know that armor bonus I had? I don't have it anymore.
There we go.
Okay, that's not how that works. It means you drop what you're holding, not stuff that's on your body. It's not the same. I don't play that way.
You take a -2 to your AC and lose any dexterity bonus AC.
So his sitting at
my
10.
armor is effectively negated,
Okay.
and I don't have any dex-based AC.
Okay.
Yeah, he's 10.
So it effectively
I have 10.
It effectively wraps you in the knees and you go,
Yeah. Which basically, would you like to take a bullet to the knees? That's basically what happened. All right.
Hey, Taylor. You're going to want to drag him out of there.
All right.
Or I could just kill it.
Yeah, there are just 2 more right in front of him, too.
Actually, I can kill it and move him.
I don't think you can kill it, and move him.
Wait, what? No, I can kill it from there. I have a reach weapon.
All right. The leech that was closest, that was next to the one that had just attacked Alfred, starts to rush forward in a direction towards the core, but it's avoiding going towards Alfred. It seems its object, the object of its eye, is going to be the core.
Could be the 2 fully charged cores back in the box over there.
what?
Just
No,
one.
those are totally isolated in wood and little bits of fiber.
Yeah, they're all together in one place.
All right. Next up,
Isn't it last worm?
it is the last of the leeches, which rushes forward.
But what about 2? 2 hasn't moved.
It's the last of, not the last, not the very last. It's the last of. There is one more after this, but another one of the leeches charges forward towards where Mr. Smoot is, seemingly starting to pile on the other ones, trying to reach towards these cores. And 2 follows after the one that was charging past Alfred towards a seemingly unknown location of a box of cores. Kelsey, seeing that Alfred goes down, rushes forward, pulls out the knife that she has brandished on her belt, and she is going to swipe at one of them, hoping to hit and also drive it away from dear Alfred Kenneth Mest. So she does take the knife and she swipes at it, and she actually uses her full body to kind of ram the knife into the side of it, which deals a sizable portion of damage to the thing, and it rears back and makes this terrible screeching metallic sound, and you see oil kind of flailing out, and it covers her and Alfred. David in the back, looking at everything that's going on. What do I do?
You have a weapon?
Get in their way. They
yes.
seem to be going around us.
All right, I got this.
Stand next to the box and the other
I can't say anything. I'm singing.
Where is the core? Where is the box? Because that's the
Right
core.
where I was standing.
because
I set down the box, the core next to the box where I was standing. Both were sat at my feet.
because he set down the box to take out a core.
Right. And that's where I was
David
standing.
joins the lineup next to Finavir and Alan, hoping to block off the ones that are coming towards the cores.
Semantical question.
Semantical question to be answered.
Do corpses equate to difficult terrain if you attempt to traverse over them?
Yes.
Clarification.
Oh,
Morbid
yeah.
clarification.
That's why I was concerned about that. Because your boy be in my way.
I'm sorry. Alan Taylor, it is your turn.
I'm gonna stab this one. I'm gonna stab the one that hit Alan.
All right.
The Alfred.
Yeah.
You're Alan.
I'm gonna stab it real good.
All right.
Talking third person.
18.
+1.
Oh, +2.
+1.
A +1.
+1?
+1.
I thought you said it was a +2 to attack.
No. Yeah, right.
+2 to skill checks, +1 to
Low level bard.
19.
different
It hits.
songs.
Roll to deal damage.
Poor little low level bard.
5.
All right. You take your spear and you jam it down into this thing, and you pin its head to the ground, and you see it writhing. The metal kind of clinks against the receptor, and it stops and goes limp. And you see an oil spout, kind of, not a spout, but you see oil kind of
Did Kelsey kill too?
leaking out. No,
Kelsey damaged.
leaking out beneath it.
Okay. I will then move to be in the way of the remaining worms.
Sounds good to me. All right. So you move from where you were behind Kelsey and right next to Finn, and you move up right next to the one that is closest to getting to the box of cores. All right. Next up, Finavir, it is your turn.
Whose turn is after mine?
Next player, I believe, is me.
Yeah. It would be
Next player is Smoot.
I forget how many
Alfred
worms
gets-
are in between, because we would know at this point.
all of these.
All of them?
Was
in
it
between me
taking
and
the
the
minus
next
four worth
player?
it?
No. Okay, so you have Alfred is after that, and then there's the fourth one. Number 4 would go next.
Then
Then Smoot.
I see.
I'm pretty sure
So you have
even without any
player,
changes
and then
to
a
my
worm, and then a
stats,
player.
this would have still happened.
Alrighty.
I'm going to use combat
Okay.
reflexes.
So this is kind of a complicated bard tech, but actually not really.
Combo.
I'm going to finish my second verse because this is going to be a movement and then a spell action that is part of a bardic performance, but specifically the end of one.
All right.
Your late wounds on.
You're doing great. Keep it up.
How much health does Alfred have?
4
remaining.
Is that total or remaining?
remaining.
Oh, that's fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
I meant your total HP.
You're fine.
8.
You're fine. Don't worry about it.
I will. Smooch, keep back.
Okay.
I'll say in between my lyrics. To continue my second verse. Think about your actions and where you stand. Take a look at their attacks and where they land. Focus on their movements and watch your stamp. Strike them in a place that they'll never forget. Wow.
Oh, I love it.
And I hit them with Cord of Shards.
Oh, what's that?
It's a bird power.
It's a Bard Power, level 1. During your bardic performance, you can strike a chord whose notes transform into a shower of razor-sharp crystalline shards. These shards deal 2d6 of piercing damage to all creatures caught in the area of effect, 15 foot, cone-shaped. Duration, instantaneous.
All right. So
Reflex negates.
Not reflex negate.
what's the reflex DC?
What is that, level 2?
Wouldn't it be your spell DC?
Yes.
Yeah, 14.
You strike this cord, and as you do, the leech that's in front of you looks at you, and it kind of veers to the side as it looks at this shard of sound that comes out, almost like, is it a sonic damage?
No, it's piercing damage. Like crystalline shards materialize
Okay.
using the,
Okay. So musical notes that almost
Mhm.
materialize in front of it, and it just looks at it as it goes by, and then it looks back at you, kind of like the, huh? The one behind it, however, gets hit, and its body gets pierced by these shards. It does how much damage?
8.
Cut it in half.
That'd be slashing.
He's dead.
And it explodes into pieces as it is eviscerated by the shards. Alfred is still stunned, but at this point he does regain, so in the next round you'll be able to make an attack.
And your AC's not lowered.
Oh,
You
I
can
thought
also
it made
make
it,
attacks of opportunity.
I thought it forced me to end my bardic performance. Turns out I can just do it as part of it.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Nice. So
All right.
then you can do that next turn?
All right, Finn, after you do that, the one that dodged away from the musical sound that formed in front of it moves forward, and it does a quick turn and tries to slap you with its tail. What is your AC?
17.
It hits.
Does doing
Ouch.
an action to another creature while in a threatened square by another creature provoke an attack of opportunity?
Depends on the action.
Well, he moved into Smooch threatened square, so yeah, but
That
would
does
that
not.
happen before or after?
I was just no.
So moving into a threatened square
Does not.
does
It's
not
only
provoke an
moving
attack
out
of
a
opportunity.
threatened square.
Oh.
Yeah, only
Yeah,
when
that's
you're
why-
moving away.
That's why I positioned it, because if it was going to move through there to get to the power core, I'd be able to attack it. But then
That is also why I positioned myself like that.
You take 6 damage.
Oh.
Roll a fortitude save for me.
17.
All right, it smacks you with the back end of its tail, but you're able to maintain yourself upright, and actually you block part of the damage, or the blow. Not the damage, but you block part of the blow that would have stunned you with your loot, which you do find a small chip in the bottom of it now.
Oh.
So glad we got this armor. It provided
Whiskers.
us so much protection.
it has done
Hey,
so much.
hey.
It has done absolutely everything.
Oi. You would have had less armor if you didn't do
And what's that mattered at all
It rolled higher than average.
on everyone consistently? Saying,
Okay.
tis what
It's
it
a
is.
bad
die.
It's actually a good die. Charles Smoot, is your turn.
Hey, there's a worm. I'm gonna stab it.
Was that English?
I'm a worm. Ah! There's a worm.
I'm angry. Hey, there's a worm. I'm gonna stab it. Ah!
What was your roll?
17.
Thank you.
Hey!
I can't.
Plus one.
Yes, but no. So 21 total.
It hits. Roll your damage.
Be a total of 7.
Again, you take the knife and you actually do like a really cool spin. I'm going to give you a cool spin with this. You do a spin. Oh, you want to describe it? Okay, go for it.
Smoot would take his knife out in his dominant right hand, put his left hand on top of it, and plunge the knife right through the skull as it plants in. Failure.
You never passed my class.
All right. The leech that is in between you and Kelsey, right in front of you guys, charges forward towards the cores.
Attack of opportunity.
Take your attack of opportunity.
Don't move.
17.
It hits. Roll your damage.
10.
Okay. So you take the spear and you actually upend it on one side by like cutting underneath of it. It flips over onto its back and it writhes around trying to right itself. And you see that it has little tiny legs on the bottom of it.
They're not worms? They're millipedes.
And you pierce through the head and it is dead.
Awesome.
Another pool of oil spreads on the ground. The one that is in front of Kelsey bull rushes her.
From point blank?
You can.
Oof.
A bull rush basically pushes somebody back.
Interesting.
Yeah, so you can charge anybody. So a bull rush is a standard action or it can be part of a charge. Just like a charge, it just has to be in a straight line.
Question.
Answer.
If you have a weapon with reach, do you threaten all squares within
Yes.
that reach? Cool.
Good to know for future reference.
I have a reach weapon, and that is 10 feet away.
Yeah, but you used your attack of opportunity. Do you
I have
combat
another one because
reflexes?
I have combat reflexes, baby.
Ooh.
I'm going to stab it.
The leech lurches forward and pushes Kelsey back. She takes her knife and tries to stab back at it, but it clinks off of the metal. She does get pushed back by 5 feet, but you do get an attack of opportunity as this happens.
I'm going to stab it.
Okay, roll
But
to
it's
hit.
not leaving his threatening square. It's entering it.
No,
it is leaving.
It's
A bull rush provokes an
it's-
attack of opportunity.
Regardless of if it was leaving. It's on the list here. 7.
It misses. You attempt to basically catch it with your, try and stab it, but you basically tip it with the end of your spear, which actually you do hear something and it feels a little lighter on the end than it should.
Like it's bottom heavy.
Like
Or-
it's
or like-
broken.
Like something might have chipped off
The spear or the
the spear.
Aw.
Yes, because you are currently holding the worm and are capable of feeling how it feels.
No, I was pushing into the worm, and I was
feel
wondering
the
if
worm.
I was under the impression that the top of the
Oh, well,
worm
it's Kelsey's
felt
turn.
lighter.
Kelsey's-
Yes, how are you feeling that the top
Because
of
I'm
the worm
pushing
is
the
lighter?
top of the worm with a spear.
Hi, guys.
Because I'm stabbing it.
Hello. All right, Kelsey's turn. Kelsey is going to try and take her knife and stab down as it's pushing against her and trying to push back through. All right, again, her dagger clinks off the top of it. I just can't get a good... And then she kind of just stops talking at that point.
Move out of the way.
Runs. David is standing there with his knife. Okay, look, you guys got this. I'm just gonna... He steps.
I told Kelsey to get out the way.
Her turn is over.
She's being bull rushed.
I already moved past her turn. I'm sorry.
I know. I was trying to say something while it was still her turn.
I do have to make turns go. I'm sorry.
Yep.
All right, David. Well, I guess I'll just stand here and protect these cores. Hey. Okay.
Good job, David.
Yeah. He readies another action. All right, that one's dead. Alan, it's your turn. There's a lot of stuff in your way, but he can reach.
There's a body.
There's a body in
worm
his way.
body. I'm going to stab it again.
All
I'm
right,
gonna try
roll to
stab
hit.
it. 14.
14.
Are you adding your +1?
Oh, 15.
It hits.
You're right. 8 damage.
Andrew,
Oh.
how do you want to do this?
I want to gore it straight through the front and then raise it up like a battle flag and say, "We win!"
Okay, Vlad the Impaler comes to life here.
Actually, am I even able to lift this? Is it that
You
heavy?
try. It's solid. It feels very solid.
Strength
You
check?
also feel your spear starting to crack.
Then I will stop.
Okay.
This is what 10 silver gets you. Kind of shoddy.
Fin. Core.
So,
Right.
Alfred, you're already up.
Oh, I'm not. I'm just lying on the...
All right, Alfred. Alfred's
You're
just laying
knocked
down.
down. You just got stunned.
I'm laying on the ground.
He falls over. I'm
What's
done.
worse,
All right.
worms or death? Which world would you? Which reality would you prefer?
You guys
the,
all
the
gain,
one where his bombs work.
each player, you get 202 experience.
What track are we on?
David better not get
You're
any
fast
experience.
for the first 3 levels, slow afterwards.
202.
22.
202.
Not yet. I was 202.
202.
202? I thought you said 220.
What do we need to level up?
On fast track, I
3,000. I have no idea.
on fast track, I don't know right now off
It
the
is
top of
in
my
the
head. I think
thousands.
it's like 1,000.
David better not be getting any XP.
Fast track is 1,300 to level 2.
We just gotta do that like more times.
Oh boy.
Well, all I have to say is, I think we're good. I think we're well prepared.
Great job, everybody. Smoot, give me a boost.
You grab the core, I would lift him.
I grabbed the car.
All right.
Use the smoot to get through.
Smoot lifts Finavir up with some ease and also a little bit of trepidation because he's a little shaky after, having to kill things that he's never fought before.
Smoot's still anger. Grr. Grr.
Are you sure you don't hurt him?
He just stands there for him
I'm
to
just
climb.
using him as like a human ladder.
I'm concerned.
I hoist you
Oh,
up.
well, I guess I don't have a choice in this matter. Oof. Thank you.
All right.
It's already
you're
open.
You're just under where you need to be to reach to put it in.
I need to be taller.
Up on my shoulders.
A little bit taller.
Smoot.
Because
Step on me, Finn.
how tall are you? 6'2"?
I think I was like 6'3" or 4".
6'3" or 4", but you're grabbing him by the waist. That doesn't really give you enough.
Yeah, and I hoisted him up
So
he
you'd
could
have
put
to
his
reach
legs.
your arms straight up.
Wait, what? But his Smoot's arms would be like 3 feet
I push
long.
against the tower and try to get to where I'm standing
So
on his
it's-
shoulders.
He's still holding him by his waist. He has to reach his arms up
Right.
to reach the rest
So
of
I
it.
curl up my knees and get them to his shoulders and try to press myself up a few more feet.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, cool.
All right. And
Right.
then you insert the core.
Yep, insert the core, place it,
And
reverse
the
order.
door comes down and you hear the barrier turn back on and you see the blue make a wave over the sky.
I'll jump off of Moot.
All right.
Alrighty then. Good job, everyone. Good show. Good show.
So these were the big deal leeches. Oh,
Oh,
Is-
these? I wouldn't say they're quite inspired with the ghouls, but close enough, I guess, for a starter.
I'm gonna need a minute. Just give me a second.
is this the kind of stuff that's out there?
Yes, of course.
Oh,
What do you think Amali was trying to warn you about?
Is everything out there robots?
I don't know the word, do I?
kind of, yes.
Like, no, not really.
What are there, dragons?
Probably, maybe not. I don't know. Anything could be out there. I've heard of Fae, but I don't know if they're real.
The heck is a fae?
You know, like with wings and
Fairies.
Your character also knows that there's a lot of things that haven't been discovered because there are creatures that have been seen but not documented on.
I would assume that's a
Obviously.
rumor that I could have heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You were in the tavern.
And there was, I'm sure there's social gatherings at Teba. Is it Teba or Teba?
Taba.
Teba, sorry.
No worries.
All right. Now, let's make a quick sweep to see that no more of them got around.
Fine by me.
I look around for worms.
The last thing we need is one of those curling up in our sleep.
All right, come on, buddy, old pal.
David says to Alfred.
Smoot is currently winded, like kind of hands on his knees, but he slowly walks over to Mest, pats him on the back.
My back's on the ground.
He reaches down and kind of like taps his shoulder. Come on, Mest.
I'll go around and give every single person individual kudos, including David, which
Okay.
Finavir perceived as useful.
All right. Perfect.
Is Mest visibly damaged?
Mess does appear a little bit emotionally and physically worn.
I only care about one of those.
Physical.
I'm the only one that took actual damage.
Okay.
No, I thought Jaden got hit.
He did get hit.
Yeah, I know I got hit. Ooh, nasty bruise there. I'll show you a cool remedy if you can help me find a snake or a rabbit or something.
Doesn't have to be exactly cure. Like it can be like an insect, something like a life for a small life for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like an
I'll see if
actual tiny.
maybe I'll try to find fireflies or something by the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Could probably find something on the way if you're looking for it.
I'll actively add that to the things that I'm looking for.
Wait.
Dangers
Question.
and then small creatures.
What is the stipulation for casting Cure Light Wounds?
He has to basically kill like an insect or something like that.
Within how long of casting the spell?
It's the cost.
It's the cost. It has to be done at the time the spell is cast.
Okay. Because technically you just killed a medium creature.
No, it has to be
No.
done. It's an exchange.
Benavir, you know if these carcasses are worth anything?
Huh. Good point.
They're made of metal. I can't
nature?
imagine that's...
What?
Engineering or nature.
It'll be a
Nature? Okay, I'll do nature.
Is it actually a robot, or is it just covered in a really hard exoskeleton? Is it actually robot engineering?
It seems like it's actually-
12.
Okay. You know that these creatures have, like, the ones that have been caught or killed are usually exchanged for a small fee at a blacksmith.
Neat.
How much do they weigh
They're
each?
not light. They're about 60 pounds.
Oh, easy.
We could probably trade them into the blacksmith for a few
I can
coin.
carry 6 of them at heavy load.
Yeah, and do you know how slow you are moving?
How fast do you think I could drag them?
Ooh,
At half
I
your
like
speed?
the way he thinks.
Yeah, you'd still be moving at half speed, however you're moving.
Is that half speed at heavy load dragging or half speed? Like what's
Doesn't heavy load just put you at half of your movement, period?
Yes, if you are doing a heavy load, you are, I actually believe, slower than half speed. I'm pretty sure.
Yes, but is it still heavy load for dragging?
Yes.
Is the liquid from them acidic?
No,
Okay.
it does not appear to be acidic.
I'm just trying to figure out if it'll destroy a fabric
feels
that I
like-
put them on.
It feels like grease.
You can drag up to twice your heavy load, but you are still under a heavy load if you are reaching that point.
I hardly hand Taylor some rope if he doesn't have any in already.
Everyone else is going to need to carry all their stuff if I'm going to drag them all.
I've been carrying my stuff.
Well, no, I'm saying mostly to Smoot and Co.
I've been doing a pretty good job, I would say. Carrying my own stuff.
You can carry my spear.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's not going to turn you down.
He starts to play with it.
I guess Finn, help me with tying these things up.
Did we replace the core?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
I made
Totally
sure
yeah.
replaced.
Finn did that right
I'll
away.
make sure that the old core goes to its rightful place in the box, and I'll double check the wrapping.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So you guys wrap these up.
Tie
them.
rope to them so that I can haul them.
Okay.
Would it be a survival check to see how far out we are from town?
Or local.
Remembering.
Remembering.
It literally, you guys walked about 10 minutes out of town.
How far is that distance-wise?
A mile? Actually,
That's
no.
a-
I said, no, hold on. When I first introduced the barrier, I said it was several hundred yards from the barrier to the town.
So it's like
Let's just-
half a mile.
Yes.
Oh,
So maybe we should go finish the barrier job and then come deal with the bodies.
like you.
Unless someone steals them first.
Oh, I don't want someone else taking ours. These?
We were also told to fix the barrier quickly.
I mean,
We're going to be dragging those around.
y'all could go finish fixing up the barrier while I take these into town. Split the party!
Always a good idea. Never
I
gone
mean-
bad.
It ain't gonna take us that long to drag these back, and then
Twice as long as it took to get here.
it's like 20 minutes.
But where are we going to keep the dead bodies until
We're
we
just
go
gonna
to trade
take them
in?
straight into town to sell them immediately. And
So
then
we're
I
going to
can-
take another 20 minutes to do bartering.
No, I'm just gonna take them in, sell them
Oh,
for whatever she's
how about this?
offering.
We dropped them off at Amali's house since that's also north.
Like on the way. Is that on the way?
Yes.
Okay, we'll do that then. So
Okay.
I'll drag these half the way, and we'll go the rest of the way at full speed.
So you guys tie up the remains of these metal worm, leeches, millipede things.
I am a millipede.
And I think that is where we're going to end off, with you guys heading back into town, dragging your quarry, heading towards the next receptor and Cece's house. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of the Gate Chronicles. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking our show, sharing it with other people. Actually liking it with your emotions, please. Thank you. And beyond that, please consider leaving us a review on iTunes, Podchaser, or wherever you listen to our podcasts. In addition, if you want to support us in other ways, you can go to our Patreon, where you can donate to us monthly and you get access to cool little rewards, early releases of episodes, and sometimes you even get to see my module notes because I'm the one who types them up. Yay!
Yay!
And also, please consider joining us on our Discord, where we hang out, chat, and you can ask us questions that we might even get a chance to post as an episode one day. So again, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you 2 weeks from now for TGC, and SAO is coming back, so keep your ears peeled for that. All right, bye, guys.
Bye.